cooler at the moment, which is nice.
Definitely. So, talk to me about your role and Narciso Rodriguez.
The brand, what an amazing brand to be bringing to the Perfume Shop Live TV. So I'm Colin. I've worked with fragrance for many, many years now. Been very, very fortunate here to work with some incredible brands, but none I'm so passionate and in love with as Narciso Rodriguez. So this is a brand that quite a few people may know, but also there'll be a lot of customers and viewers out there that may not have heard of it before.
Definitely.
So it's been around for quite a long time, but it's fairly new to the Perfume Shop. We only launched with you guys about 12 months ago now, so it's still quite new.
Yeah, really new. Can you talk a bit about what we've got in store for today's show? It's super exciting.
Very, very exciting. So we're going to share with you the three universes, the three wonderful collections from Narciso Rodriguez. So we're going to start with For Her, which is your classic core line. We have the beautiful collection of Narciso, and then we're going to finish with something very sexy, and that's the men's edition as well.
Love that. Before we get going, if you've never shopped with us before, as we go through the fragrances, a little icon's going to appear up on the screen. If it tickles your fancy and you want to give it a try, you can just click on the icon. It'll take you straight to our website where you can shop it. Make sure to leave comments and show us some love with a heart emoji. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, they should have left a little link. So if you click on the link, you'll be able to shop with us on the website. Shall we crack on and get started with the fragrances?
Fantastic. Shall we? Yeah.
Should we go? Let's go back a bit. Let's talk about Narciso, the brand as a whole.
Brilliant. Of course. Yes. So Narciso is a very luxury, sophisticated couture fashion brand. He's of dual heritage, so he was born and raised in New York City, but his parents were actually immigrants from a Latin country. So they emigrated and fled to New York City. So he was born and bred there, but he likes to call himself dual heritage. So he has this New York way of living and this vibe and this freedom, but he really appreciates and respects his kind of Latino cultural background as well, and that's evident in both his fashion and his fragrances.
Cool.
In terms of a brand, it's a brand of his dual heritage, but also it's a very dual brand in terms of how he perceives things. So it's both timeless but also modern. It's super sensual, super sexy in moments as well. So there's many different facets to it as a brand.
Feels like something that kind of tickles everyone's fancy, something for everyone.
It really does. Literally, and talking of everyone, he has dressed some of the most incredible celebrities in the world. So most notably, three that I would love to mention. First of all is Caroline Bessette Kennedy. So this was his platonic best friend. They worked together as designers, and she was the it girl of the 90s. And she, obviously the name Kennedy, she married JFK Jr. So he actually designed her wedding dress, which of course gave him and catapulted him to that global success. It was
amazing.
Photographed around the world. But also two more people that I'm sure you guys have heard of. The first is Sarah Jessica Parker. So he dressed a lot of the Sex and the City cast, which is great. And the one that I'm blown away by is Michelle Obama. So actually it was a Narciso Rodriguez outfit. For her very first outfit out as First Lady of the USA was Narciso Rodriguez. So that's how special.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's such a, it's an amazing moment for her. So something that she'll remember.
Which was
such a big thing.
Yeah, every newspaper around the world has her filmed and videoed in that Narciso dress. So that was gorgeous.
That's lovely. That's such a cool fact. Like, I feel like I didn't even know that. So that's something new to
Love
say.
that. It's always good. Every day's a school day.
Yes, every day, definitely.
Brilliant.
So we're going to move on to the first two fragrances.
Brilliant. I mean, just the bottles themselves.
I know.
They're just.
They're like really classic, and I kind of think they'll look nice on any dressing table, like any little shelf like I've got in here today.
Nice and displayed. I love this. Absolutely. So this is where the brand in terms of fragrance all started, and it started 19 years ago. So actually next year we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. So this first collection that we're going to share with you is called For Her, and this is actually in dedication to the lady we mentioned, Caroline Bessette Kennedy, who unfortunately passed away, and it was his best friend, and he was devastated by this moment in his life, and he wanted to have something to remember her by. So he created a fragrance, and that's what he means by For Her. So it was for her, his best friend, that passed away. This collection, the first collection to share with you, is all about that. It is classic, you're absolutely right, but it's got a lot of modernity. Don't think old-fashioned when we say classic, just think that super luxury when we're talking about it. And this collection really is that sophistication and true perfume connoisseurs love this collection because the notes that we're going to talk about and the way that these fragrances have been built and put together is just fascinating to you.
It's really interesting, and I feel like it is one of those, they do like really encapsulate the brand, like really timeless, really classic, but kind of also quite modern.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to smell them.
Absolutely. Should we get going?
Yes.
Let's get going. So we're going to start at the very beginning, and this is the Eau de Toilette concentration of For Her. So For Her Eau de Toilette. So I'm going to get spritzing away, and I always have to do 2 blotters, otherwise I get FOMO. If I'm not watching you smelling, I can't.
No, you've got to join the fun, 100%.
Yeah, I do have to join in. So what makes Narciso fragrances so unique and special, we'll talk about it, is the heart of musk. So in every single Narciso, in every single Narciso fragrance, we have something called, what we call the heart of musk, and this is a beautiful Egyptian musk oil, the most luxurious, the most expensive musk oil. He was gifted this by his grandma, a very small bottle, and so he wanted to include it in all of his fragrances. But when we talk about musk, I know it can put a few people off, but we were talking a bit earlier, weren't we, about you weren't necessarily a fan of musk, but what do you think to...
I really like this.
Yeah.
It's really like modern, feminine. Like, I think I've smelt musks before and not been the biggest fan, but they can be combined so differently and smell completely different.
That's exactly
This is like really soft and feminine. Definitely like so easy to wear in the day.
That's it. You've got
like,
it's a beautiful day, beautiful nighttime one. So with that heart of musk, that, as we say, we're going to be talking about that a lot because it isn't every single fragrance. But the way he's worked with his perfumers to cleverly include it, it's not overpowering. It's just that subtle hint which gives a second skin effect. So these really are beautiful fragrances to wear on the skin themselves as well.
I feel like musk is such a good thing on the skin as well.
Yeah, it is. It works, honestly. It combines so really well with all skin types, whether you've got dry, oily. It really does work really well.
It is really soft. Like, I just think it's just such a like delicate fragrance, like really, really delicate.
I still can't get over the price for this and the staying power of an Eau de Toilette as well. Obviously, it's not as concentrated as the Eau de Parfum that we'll talk about in a moment, but it's got such longevity with this fragrance.
How long do you think it like roughly lasts?
Oh god, that will depend on your skin type, but I would say normal Eau de Toilette you're talking around 4 hours, but this definitely, every female that I've spoken to that wears the For Her Eau de Toilette, it lasts way above that, yeah. And that's because it's got a little flower in there called osmanthus. So it's very mouth-watering, floral.
Yeah, it's got like a really nice, like almost sweet floral
Yeah,
scent
it's got that kind of very sweet, but then you've got the beautiful dry down of the musk, and then you've got amber accords. So whenever you include amber in a fragrance, it just helps it really cling onto the skin and just makes it last and last and last, which is great.
You said accords. What is an accord? I know some of the viewers out here won't know what an accord is.
Of course, no, absolutely. So every fragrance is given a fragrance family, so a category. There's 7 categories that we recognise here at Narciso. So the fragrance family of this one is called a chypre. So what that means is essentially it's a chypre is quite a traditional fragrance family, but he's done it in a very modern way, and it means in a nutshell, it's kind of means the fragrance is quite warm and dry. When we talk about kind of facets, they're the kind of additional notes that are put in to the fragrance family. So it's quite rare that you'll get a perfume these days that's just a citrus or just a chypre. So this one was a chypre floral. So because we've included those kind of ambery notes in that osmanthus flower, it gives that facet and that different accord to the scent. So think of it like a recipe. So you've got your cake, but then it's all the bits that go inside. So you've got your Victoria sponge cake, but then it's
I'm liking this analogy.
We love cake on a Wednesday. So but then it's all the different ingredients that go inside. So it's not just a Victoria sponge. You've got, the sugar, the strawberry, everything else that goes on top of it.
Really interesting. And it is like a really nice smell. I think it's one that kind of is for any female.
Really literally. It's
like,
definitely...
I feel like, I mean, I thought that musk was really a kind of love it or hate it thing, but it is really nice. It's a really soft fragrance you could wear kind of any time. Just to mention price for all of you. So we have it in a 50ml, a 100ml and a 30ml. The 100ml is 90, the 50ml is 68, and the 30ml is 47.
I mean, again, for something of this quality is so well priced, and we're so excited that the Perfume Shop are really driving and supporting this brand, because it's allowed the brand to have that nationwide awareness. So, you know, from Scotland down to Plymouth, across the pond to Ireland. It was before only seen in very high-end couture kind of department stores. So to be able to bring it onto the shopping malls and the high street with an incredible perfume company like the Perfume Shop is just,
yes,
we love it.
Been a big thing.
Absolutely love it. Shall we try the Eau de Parfum as well? So by interpretation, Eau de Parfum is more concentrated, so it means we've used more essential oils versus the level of water and alcohol inside a fragrance. But what's really clever with this is you're actually going to smell it. It's not intense. It's actually, in my opinion, a bit more softer than this one, so it will last longer. Oh, it's a brand new tester. There we go, look at that.
Ooh,
love it. Love it when they're brand new.
Love a brand new bottle.
There we are. So this is the Eau de Parfum one.
I love the colour. I love a baby pink. It just looks very pretty where it goes with my nails.
And my shirt.
Oh yeah.
Dress
Look
at that.
Can't even see it.
You would have thought I'd planned that. Maybe I did.
Very nice.
This is it's
a lot more mature, but like it's got a little bit of sweetness in it.
So that sweetness is coming from, so rather than osmanthus flowers, the top notes of this is peach. So think of that really like fuzzy, velvety, sensual, like the softness of a peach.
Yeah.
And that's why you've got, you're kind of getting that through. But then you've got that heart of musk again. And again, that musk is not overpowering. It blends so well with the other notes inside the Eau de Parfum edition.
It's amazing how it's literally the same kind of like heart in the whole of all of the fragrance range, but it smells completely different.
Totally.
Like, to definitely go into store and smell these, because they literally do. It's crazy to me how it can be just. It's just a matter of combination that can make a fragrance smell completely different.
It's mind blowing, isn't it?
But it's definitely a lot more mature, but also has a little bit more like sweet and very ambery as well. Like it's got a little warmth to it as well.
Would you say, because obviously you've got the fruity notes, I'm always intrigued to know this, which one would you say is more day and which one would you say is more, look at me interviewing you, you must be asking me, which one from your...
From my side, I would probably say day and night, but yourself?
Absolutely, that's what I would go with as well.
I think it's because I like more ambery fragrances at night time, versus because they're warmer and it's more like sultry in the evening, whereas this I like more of like a floral, like lighter fragrance in the daytime.
Totally.
And could you layer these two?
Not necessarily. We're going to talk about layering in a moment. Actually, we've got something very special from Narciso Rodriguez as a brand. I wouldn't necessarily put these two together. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to try it, brilliant. I'll be honest, I've never tried it myself with that. No. What I would like to point out,
I think they do come singly. I mean, it was just a weird and wonderful question.
No, I like weird and wonderful questions are great. I love all of that. One thing that's great to point out though with Narciso, so the reason pink and black, they're his iconic colours. He absolutely adores them. We're going to see lots of pink and black things. But it's really important to share that the Eau de Toilette, the osmanthus flower, the more florally edition, is in a black bottle. But when you go into store, you click on your link, it will come in a pink box.
Yeah, so don't be confused.
And then the pink bottle, which is the Eau de Parfum with that beautiful velvet peach, pink in a bottle, but it comes in the black box.
Just like
there we go. Yeah, there we go. Shown there. So
it is a bit confusing, but I kind of love that little bit of abstract.
Yeah, exactly, that's what it's all about.
Confuse the customer.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Love it.
So for pricing for the Eau de Parfum, the 100ml is £102, the 50ml is £78, and the 30ml is £52.
It's great to have that variety in sizes as well. So if you know and love it, treat yourself today, get the 100ml, it's such better value. If you're new to the brand and you really want to either go into store to try these fragrances, 100%. Talk to the wonderful fragrance advisors at the Perfume Shop, or if you are an online shopper and you just want to click and try it now, maybe go for the 50 or 30ml.
Definitely.
To try it.
I love getting 100ml, but I think sometimes it's nice to have a little handbag size. Have a little
top up throughout the day,
yeah, definitely.
Particularly if you're someone that likes to stop and change and you like to wear different fragrances for different moods or different occasions. Yeah. It's sometimes nice to get the smaller ones.
I always ask this question, what would you like say is the sort of person that would wear this? Absolutely.
So this collection here is a beautiful everyday, easy to wear collection, but it is sophisticated. So if you're someone that likes to feel elegant when you're wearing your fragrances, if you want to feel super special, if you want that kind of timeless feel, maybe it's someone that likes to kind of dress up even if they're going shopping.
Oh, I love that.
Likes to put on your jewellery, all of that kind of thing. This is a great, it's not necessarily a collection that you would wear if you're going to a picnic or to the park. It's for those special moments.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially because of the whole meaning behind the bottles and how they were created is very special.
Exactly.
Shall we move on to the next bundle?
Yes. So the next two from the For Her collection. So these are the two latest editions. So we have the one from just launched only last year, the Musk Noir, and the brand new Musk Noir Rose.
Super excited to smell these.
Super exciting.
Do you want to talk a little bit
about the difference these ones? So you notice straight away the bottles are not lacquered anymore.
No.
So we've gone transparent. So again, even more modernity, which allows you to appreciate what's going to be inside the fragrance. They are even more modern than the original two that were created kind of 19 years ago. So these are the most kind of mysterious, enigmatic versions of For Her. So very, we call these ones in the training team here, we call these our Cinderella fragrances.
Oh, I love that.
So rather than leaving behind your glass slipper, you leave behind a beautiful trail of fragrances. So these are very evening fragrances, I would say. This one is Cinderella before midnight, before she runs away from the ball. And this is the very sexy Cinderella who stays on at the ball even after midnight.
Love that.
So let's get spritz. I'm going to use ribbons this time for these two. So again, we welcome back that beautiful Egyptian musk oil. But with the Musk Noir, so when we talk Musk Noir, for anyone that's French out there, you will know it's the colours. So Noir, we're talking kind of black. And the reason for that is we start with this beautiful plum note.
Ooh, this is
it's so intriguing, isn't it? It's
like, it's really like...
Are you imagining your Cinderella now? Am I the prince? You're going to leave... It really is a modern version. So you've got the beautiful accord of this juicy ripe plum. You have that Egyptian musk oil, that heart of musk. But in the base, for the very first time, it's a suede leather accord. So that's the trail that leaves behind. So it's a fragrance that it's not overpowering, but it gives a good aura around you. Like people around you will smell it on you.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of blown away by this. It's like really different to what I expected.
Very pretty though as well, isn't it?
It's very pretty. Again, it's very Cinderella. Yeah, very yeah, I can see it as an evening wear for sure.
And then we're going to go super sexy though with the evening. So it's gone past midnight. This is brand new for this year. The latest edition, the latest facet of For Her. So you've literally got a For Her fragrance for every mood, every occasion.
I love that.
And this is the dare I say that even the sexiest, the naughtiest version of For Her.
I like this.
Oh, I absolutely
You wouldn't know that there's musk in that.
No, you wouldn't. Again,
it's
so
got
subtle.
some really different kind of smells coming out, like without sounding weird. But like,
I absolutely love that. So what we start with,
it's nothing compared to these. I mean, it is a sexier version than the Musk Noir, but it's really. But
they're very standalone fragrances. To be, they're not kind of
they're nothing
similar. One's not like the collection we spoke about before. That these are very kind of different fragrances. And Musk Noir Rose is noir means black in French, and rose means pink. So it's black and pink, his favourite colours again.
You wanted to keep that title, which is really nice.
So in this one, you've got kind of a really rich vanilla accord in there. You've got bergamot, which is a citrus note, but it's not a zesty, sharp citrus. It's quite a herbaceous kind of green citrus note to the fragrance. But what makes this one very daring and special is it's got tuberose. So there may be some viewers that know tuberose is known as the flower of the night. It's quite a naughty flower. And actually in certain religions it was banned for many years for people to be able to smell tuberose, because it was thought that women and girls would have untoward thoughts if they smelled the tuberose, because it's so sexy. So this is why we say this is the after midnight, when you're partying, or maybe you want to go and meet the man or the woman of your dreams. This one is totally sexy, and I love that it comes in that kind of darker pink, so you can see that it's that kind of richer, more sexual, more sexy. Yeah,
definitely one if you're going on maybe like a date night.
Date night. Oh, if you want to win over that man or woman in your eyes, this is the one.
I do really like this though for like an evening where going out to dinner with your friends. I think that's a really nice.
That's perfect. Dinner with the friends, dinner with someone who you fancy. That's how I would look at that.
Sorted you out.
Simple. But they are, again, beautiful collections with that musk and true signatures of the For Her Narciso collection.
Just to go through some pricing. So the 100ml for the Musk Noir is 102. The 50ml is 75 and the 30ml is 52. And the Musk Noir Rose, the 100ml is 102, the 50ml is 78 and the 30ml is 52.
Look at that, fantastic.
Shall we move on to
something very special? So it's the last one in the For Her collection. So this is a very special fragrance that launched in 2019, and this is Pure Musk. So this
interested by this one.
Yeah. So this is probably the well, not probably, it is the most softest version of For Her. Just checking I hadn't sprayed on those blotters. So let's spritz the beautiful one in the white bottle.
It's a very nice bottle.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? This is the one that I have to say, all the ladies that work for the brand, that they are obsessed with this one, this Pure Musk. And it's the scent of a soft woman's skin. So it's that beautiful, you've just stepped out of a luxurious spa or a bath or shower, and you have that beautiful scent of that pretty, feminine softness of a woman's skin.
Yeah, it's really soft, really delicate. I really like this. This is like really surprising me.
I know you. I love your actual reactions of this. It's amazing.
Seeing how I didn't really, I've not really liked musk before. I'm feeling like I just didn't smell the right one.
Yeah, I mean, and this is Pure Musk. This is probably the most expressive
really
version
clean
of the musk. It's got the most musk oil. Egyptian musk oil in that fragrance itself.
It's delicious.
It's what makes it super special though is it's a standalone fragrance. You can wear it on its own, and many people do. But if you're someone that enjoys layering a fragrance, so when we say layer, this is where you spritz 2 different fragrances onto your skin to create uniqueness with that. And this has been cleverly created by a perfumer, Sonia Constance, who's an incredible perfumer, has made some of the most amazing fragrances around the world. She's designed this to work with any other For Her fragrance to be able to layer on top. So if you love that musk accord, but you really want to bring it out. So for example, I'm going to take this one. So if you want to wear it with that classic eau de toilette, that osmanthus flower is really going to pop. So you're going to have an even more floral explosion. So
it's like basically making it better. You can.
Exactly. Yeah, it will make it last longer, and it's a great way just to add a bit of personality and a bit of uniqueness.
I kind of like that because I feel like everyone wants to kind of smell different these days and find you haven't got like your unique scent yet. Maybe this is a good idea to grab this and then grab one of the fragrances here today.
One of the other ones. That's it. If you are a fan of that and you're wanting a change, as you say, it's a way of adding a bit of personality, a bit of uniqueness, a bit of creativity. And there'll be very few people that are smelling like you because the musk oil will work so well and different on people's skin that combining those two. Just as another kind of example, if we bring out, the original one, the Eau de Parfum edition, so this is the one, that velvet of that peach again really pops and comes out. So you would spritz your favourite For Her one on first, and then you'd spray Pure Musk over the top of that to enhance it and give that boost.
I like that. And if now you kind of know how you spray it on, so you do this one first and then Pure Musk on top.
Over the top, yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It's lovely. I think who do you think wears it? I mean, for me it's a really timeless fragrance and it's really versatile. I feel like anyone can wear that. But is there someone like specific that
I would say for this one it's super, it's at the purest version, so it's someone that's maybe quite innocent. Again, you don't these other ones do project quite well, and they're more a collection if you want to be smelt and you want people around you to smell them.
Definitely.
This one is definitely something that if you just want to wear a fragrance to enjoy yourself and you want it a bit more subtle, because it is that softness of a woman's skin. It is a bit more kind of sensual and more, as you say, more subtle and more quiet.
No, I do, and I really like that. So the pricing for the Pure Musk, the 100ml is 102, the 50ml is 78, and the 30ml is 52.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Shall we move on to a completely
new collection? So I'm going to actually pop all 3 out in one go, and we'll explain the difference. I mean, look at these bottles.
They look really
incredible.
They're just really cool. They're like, again, they're kind of the same shape, but they've been shrunk down.
They have.
But I like the square and like the whole kind of square geometric feel that these. They're very like clean. and they look really nice.
They look great. They're beautiful. I mean, what's lovely about them is, as you say, they're really strong, sturdy bottles. It still fascinates me. They're absolutely seamless. So there's no join in there. So the way that the glass maker's been able to cleverly create this is actually based on something quite simple. It was a paperweight on Narciso Rodriguez's desk, and he was like, I love the classic look and feel of that, but he wanted a really strong, sturdy bottle, but with really soft, beautiful pastel colours.
If it like
on the outside.
As you can see, I'll just pull one closely. You can see that there's like a bit of a space between the outside and the, so it really is sturdy. Like
proper weighty as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
but it's gorgeous. Like these, it almost feels like small nail polishes. But
yeah,
like,
it's got that kind of
vibe.
I can absolutely understand that, kind of dipping into that.
But they're really beautiful colours, aren't
they?
Yeah,
stunning, really stunning kind of pastel colours. They're very different from the other collection, and what makes it different is these are more playful. They're more joyous. They're more kind of youthful, I guess, in a way as well. So a totally different vibe from the For Her collection is the Narciso. So Narciso is obviously his name, but it's also a name that's been passed through generations. So it's really important that he called it after his father, his grandfather. So he simply called the collection Narciso. Which I really like
how he's like the cute stories behind the For Her is so pretty and so nice that it was literally for her, and that this is like he's kept himself within the fragrances as well. Like, he's
nice. So involved. Obviously we use, he's not a perfumer, he's a fashion icon, but he works really closely with Sonia, the perfumer, to make sure that it's on his brand, whilst respecting her profession in she's the one that knows how to create great fragrances. So it's a great partnership that those two have. And this truly is a kind of mystery of attraction. So this is all about a celebration of femininity. Should we dive in?
Yes, definitely.
Let's dive in. So we're going to take you through 3 different moments of the day, Tia. So we're going to start in the morning with the Narciso collection called Poudre. We're going to hit that midday sun, so that's scenic where the sun is, guys, you've got your roofs down on your car, your sunglasses are on, and you're really hitting that beautiful sunshine.
Lovely.
And then we have a brand new one that's literally only just launching, and that's Crystal. And this is as the sun is setting, exciting. And the reflection of light as the sun is coming down at the end of the day. So morning, midday, and evening.
I'm super excited. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this. So we're going to start with Poudre. So Poudre obviously meaning powder. So this is a beautiful kind of nude coloured bottle and very reminiscent. You were talking just about kind of nail polishes. It's reminiscent of applying your makeup in the morning with your powders.
Oh, I love that.
So it's got that beautiful kind of softness to it.
I mean, the colour even reminds me of powder. So
that's it.
Done very well. So does this have the heart of musk in it as well?
They do. They all have the heart of musk, but again, even smaller quantities than the original For Her fragrances, just because they are a bit more playful. Dare I say, the first collection was very sensual. This one's very sexy, so it's that kind of mysterious take on seduction. But it's, can you smell that powdery?
It's really nice. I feel like it's really floral, but like really like, I don't know, it's interesting.
It's very, honestly, it's beautiful. So it is floral, so it's got rose and jasmine, but they've used, rather than that kind of the freshness of a rose, they have used that more powdery type of rose into it to create that kind of, it is like that makeup powder in the morning, which is beautiful.
Even the colour like makes it kind of feel like it is, reminds you of the morning.
They're stunning, aren't they? They really are.
They are really beautiful bottles.
Beautiful collection.
I think I also love rose and jasmine, so I think that's why I quite like this fragrance.
I mean, they're 2 icons to be put together, but it's really fascinating to have, because a lot of rose fragrances do sometimes smell a bit old-fashioned, but it's a real modern rose and a real, as we say, that powdery facet of a rose, rather than a heady rose or a fresh rose. It's that real kind of delicate take of that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And you've got that powdery musk in there, and you've got the velvetiness of the
very
jasmine
soft,
as well.
Very soft for the morning.
Gorgeous. Then we moved to the midday sun. So I'm going to take you on a holiday. So myself and Tia have cranked up the aircon in this room today, but we're gonna start to feel we're gonna start feeling warm again. And this version is Narciso Eau de Parfum Ombre.
It's a beautiful colour. I mean, it is like that's summer to me all over.
Just the bottle. I mean, wait till you smell it then, Tia, because it really is. So, as we say, I want you to put that roof down on your convertible car, your sunglasses on, and you're off to meet the girls or your partner for...
Love that.
and it's almost got that take of like a
It's
beautiful
very
luxury sun cream scent to it, or an after sun.
Definitely reminds me of holiday.
It is. It's just that it's absolutely stunning. It's actually the best seller out of the three at this time of year, and it's so clear to see why. So it's beautiful solar flowers in there. So we've used ylang ylang and we've used frangipani. So they are the most kind of sunshine, creamy, caramelly. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
no, I
ones.
really like it. It's very summery, very bright, but like
bright. Yeah, that's a good word. I'm in the wrong job. You've got that spot on. It is bright. It's got that beautiful kind of. It just makes me want to go on holiday though. That's the thing. If you hopefully, I know there's been some issues with kind of airports and airplanes. Hopefully, if you haven't had your holiday yet, this is a beautiful fragrance to be looking at, treating yourself to from the perfume shop, because it's just going to take you back and you're going to be transported time and time again with that beautiful scent.
It's beautiful. It's like really, it's a really lovely fragrance, and I'm excited to smell this new one.
The brand new one. So this is beautiful. So we're coming towards the end of the day now. We've had our morning fragrance. We've had our mysterious sunshine solar fragrance. We're now moving to Crystal, the latest edition. So again, like the newness in for her, this time he's decided to go totally transparent with the bottle. So rather than being lacquered, and again, it just adds a bit of modernity to scent itself. Now this one being new as well is a vegan fragrance. So all of the fragrances from Narciso are cruelty free, but this one historically with all perfume companies and perfume houses, they weren't able to call them vegan because of a kind of preservative used from a bee extract. So no bees were harmed, but it was used. But these modern versions are vegan, which is great, and it's made with 85% natural origin ingredients. A lot of the notes in there as well are what we call upcycled. So rather than so we've got like cedar wood in here, but rather than cutting down beautiful cedar wood trees, we've worked with the manufacturer to take offcuts of things that they don't want.
Oh, love that.
So we've been able to upcycle that to use in perfumery, which I think
it's amazing.
So this one here, again, we welcome back that bergamot. So you've got that beautiful green.
It's bright, it's energetic.
Bright freshness. It is energizing, isn't it? Just like the reflection of light, hence the name crystal. So if you imagine a crystal, the sun is setting, that light is reflecting, it's that brightness, and that comes from that fragrance, and is really... It's
really interesting. Yeah. It's really nice. It's
again,
like,
very different, isn't it?
Yeah,
from
very,
the kind
very
of
different.
like...
That's the thing, they're all so different, Again, they contain the same...
And you've got that, again, amazing. You've got rose in there, just like the poudre, but rather than a powdery rose, we've used a soft rose. So again, quite a pretty, feminine, girly type of rose.
No, I really like all of these three. Like they're so interesting, and they really smell like so differently. But these two for sure are definite like summer fragrances for me.
They really are. Yeah,
like they're really bright, and they've got some really interesting, fresh ingredients.
That's exactly it.
So let's go on with some pricing. So. The Narciso Padre, the 50ml is 78 and the 30ml is 52.
Shall I hold up for you?
Thank you. The Narciso Ombre, the 90ml is 90 and the 50ml is 78. And the Narciso Crystal,
brand new one.
The new one, the 90ml is 90, the 50ml is 78. And the 30ml is 52.
It's great that with the new one as well, we've got that 30ml available for everyone to try.
No, I love these, and I think these are definitely great summer ones.
Yeah, they are, totally. Shall we move on to the very last one?
Yes,
we couldn't leave the guys out.
Thanks for waiting.
Thanks for waiting. Or from a gift purchasing perspective as well.
Definitely.
So we welcome the alter ego of for her, and this is for him. And this is for him, Bleu Noir, which is just... It's one of those fragrances that if you know, you know. It's very rare on the high street. It's not being discontinued. In fact, we've got the brand new version to share with you today, which is the Parfum edition. So that is the most concentrated version of a male fragrance that you can possibly buy. So the longevity of this fragrance, it lasts and lasts and lasts. The comments that I get when I wear this, when I'm going on the trains or meeting friends, is just, it blows my mind. So let's dip in and have a spritz of this one. So the bottle itself, a Bleu Noir, it's the inspiration is around a Chinese inkwell. So it's that blue, beautiful ink, very super masculine.
Yeah, it's a really blue bottle. I'll show the camera. You can see it's blue. Hopefully it's not coming out as black, but it's a beautiful bottle.
Here we go. Oh, I mean, it's just...
You can smell it from like...
Yeah, there's some. It is, again, it's a fragrance that does kind of project really well. It's woody, it's spicy, it's rich, it's masculine, super long lasting. If you are after something slightly unique, slightly special, pop down to the perfume shop or click on the link.
Definitely.
For Bleu Noir, treat your other half, or if you're a gentleman watching, treat yourself. Or there's actually quite a few female customers that like to wear this one who want that masculinity to them.
Yeah, I feel like females could wear this as well. It's like quite spicy and like a little bit herbally.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's got that kind of hint to it, like that kind of that spicy, herbaceous type of thing. You can see how it plays really well with for her. You can
100%.
absolutely see those. Should we pop them together, and then you've got that beautiful kind of like his and hers on the dressing table.
That would be very cute.
And if you are for her, you can pick up either one and split them. Why not?
It's lovely. Like, it's really nice.
So this one here is, as we say, it's got kind of that woody, spicy fragrance. It's got that musk in there again, which makes it so unique. There's very few male fragrances that really pull off a true, beautiful musk. But the main note along with that musk is tonka bean. So tonka bean is this little kind of almost chocolatey, almost kind of gives a kind of chocolatey vibe, also kind of leather type of scent to it again. So again, that's got that masculinity to it with that leather note.
Yeah, I really like that. That's what I think I can smell. It's like the chocolatey, vanilla-y, creamy.
But honestly,
it's a
please
really
do try
nice
this
combination.
One,
it's so different.
Yeah, and it's what's, like we said, what's lovely about it is it's great to have mainstream fragrances. We all love them. We all, but it's also nice to have something that's super special, that's original, that not a lot of people have. But you probably won't want to. I try not to tell a lot of my friends about this one because I want to try and keep it to myself, but I shouldn't. So we're putting out there today on a TPS Live.
No, I love that. For pricing for this one, the 100ml is 93 and the 50ml is 64. I just wanted to ask you a quick question before we finish on this one.
Yeah.
What kind of man is this for? So
again, it's super sophisticated, someone that likes an elegant fragrance. It's not citrusy, it's not light and fresh. It really is a statement fragrance. Maybe he wears a suit or a shirt to work. Again, confidence. You definitely have to have confidence to pull this off. Or inner confidence. It doesn't have to be, it's not all about looking great, it's about feeling great inside 100%. As well with your fragrance.
And that shines out as well, doesn't it?
It really does.
Well, thank you so much for today. It's been absolutely amazing and learning. I think you can probably see from my first-hand reactions with all of the fragrances because, I mean, I smell them, but then you just like completely forget and smell them again. And I've really enjoyed like smelling all of them. And I think that you should definitely either get one today or pop down to our shops and smell them yourselves because I think they are all wonderful. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I always ask a question to them, what's your favourite?
That's like picking favourite children. I would if I was to get, obviously being a man myself, I absolutely adore Bleu Noir. I think it's gorgeous. If I was to pick two, I would probably go with these two. So I'd probably go with the very original. I think sometimes you can't beat that for her with that beautiful Osmanthus and the brand new crystal with that light reflective kind of quality to it. I think, and as you say, I think for that then you'd go kind of summer daytime and you'd go evening sophistication, a bit glamorous with that one. So great collection to have.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tia. Thank you everyone for
Thanks so much for joining in, and we'll be back soon for another